Alright, well in this video we're going to cover the Salesforce1 mobile application that's available for Apple iTunes. So if you got an iPhone, you can download it here. Just go to the App Store, type in Salesforce1, look for this logo. You can also get it on Android, so go to your Google Play Store, look for the Salesforce1 app, go ahead and download that. So that is step one in getting the Salesforce1 mobile application on your phone. So the whole goal in this is to be able to see the things that you see in Salesforce, and there really is pretty good visibility. You can see dashboards, you can see just about any object in Salesforce, and you can also customize it to enable a pretty good user experience. So I wanted to show you the front end of it. Obviously you'll log into your Salesforce org, and if you go to Setup, so this is a little bit of the customization, how you can brand and make the Salesforce1 app look pretty cool. So click on Setup there. Then the first icon here, Salesforce1 Setup. There's a nice quick launch wizard that you can do, and you can walk through the steps to kind of visualize what your Salesforce1 app will look like. Let's get started. You can pick and choose the things that you want on there. Maybe we don't use, we don't want people or groups on there quite yet. We want to create it, keep pretty simple. For the user experience. I'll hit save and next. We can arrange the icons. We don't use chatter, so we'll take post off. All these should look really similar. We'll take campaign off, reoccurring, just to see some of the basic new things. We will take let's put new donation on there, new tasks, log a file. Let's do new note. Most of those should be really same as a global layout. So let's save and set next. You can also create a compact layout. It's really an easy kind of just walk through. So you want to see the layout for contacts, what available fields do you want to see. You can assign different layouts for different users as well in here. So hopefully that makes sense. We're just going to leave the default so you can see what that will look like on your Salesforce app. And this one I actually branded. I put the YFC logo on there. I'll show you how to do that. And then you can kind of visualize it here. It's not very easy to see, so I'll actually pull up my iPhone and walk you through this. So we'll hit next. You can send it out to your Salesforce users if you want to invite them. You can just hit send all users and just boop, send that out. So we'll finish. And then I'll show you also that really the two main areas that you'll be is a launch wizard here. You have to click on setup, and or branding. So you can do branding, and I did that. You do have to have the right image sizes. You can pick the banner color, landing page color. I chose the the YFC icon that was pulled up there. So without further ado, let me pull up my iPhone and let you see what that looks like. So here's a picture of my iPhone, and so after you download the app, see it there. Feel free to log in. I'm going to log in. You only need to log in once, which is really nice, unless you uninstall the app and reinstall it. So I'm going to log in. It's probably going to ask you for access. Is it okay to look at stuff on your phone, because you can actually synchronize calendars and events and things like that. So as you log in, actually let me close it down real quick. Oop. As you've seen it there. But as you pop it up, I put the little logo, Youth for Christ logo. Looks fun. Obviously creating some branding. The first page you'll come onto is a chatter feed page. So most people don't have chatter rolled out yet. Basically, it's kind of like a Facebook feed of everything that happens within your Salesforce. But the main button you'll be pushing is this one up on the top left. There's a double 3 bar, and then you'll get to your kind of full menu here. So as you can see, we have individuals, accounts, donations, staff, a few other elements that is probably a little less important. The first 4 I want to show is your today. So you can go ahead and get started with your today. You can synchronize your calendars. It'll let you do all or any of those. I'm going to uncheck mine because I have mine synchronized with my own. So I'm going to uncheck all my calendars that are saved and set up in my phone. And I'll go back to my today. There probably isn't much on my today, just because I don't have many tasks here. So if there's any tasks that would pull up, showing me my dashboard, some of my recent records. But the other big part is your task list, right? So as you can see on my task list on my Salesforce, I can see that I have one overdue task, and it's also the same one there. So it'll show you all the overdue ones. You can create new tasks right from there. It's really a great way to manage your day, so you're following up on a grant request or whatever you're doing. Feel free to do that there. You can see dashboards as well. So a few different dashboards. The development dashboard is probably the most popular that's rolled out right now. You can see those donor track reports, open donations, last 7-day donations, and if you click on it, it gives you kind of a summary view. You know, it's kind of hard to fit a lot of data, but it does a pretty good job. So you can scroll over, you know, see some of that information there. Obviously, we don't have a lot of data. This is our developer organization. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to pull up just this fostering foundation record in Salesforce. And I also want to show you just how quick it syncs. So if I go to search, see how the fostering foundation account pulled up right away. So the things that you've been searching in Salesforce on the desktop version will also sync to the mobile version, and you'll be able to see those right away. So if I click and drill into fostering foundation, you're going to get a first summary of it. So you're going to see some of these same fields, you know, type, foundation, inactive, gives anonymously, phone, staff relationship, keep scrolling down, monthly support amount. If you keep kind of scrolling up, refresh, it's going to show you more. You can just continue to scroll down. You can see some of their gift summaries, donation details. Really nice. So basically you're seeing this entire page, other than the related lists, on one screenshot there. So if you want to go to related, you'll see relateds right here. All you have to do is swipe to the right to go to related, or you can swipe back to the left to go to feed or following. Like I said, that's part of Salesforce Chatter. That's not fully pushed out yet. So related, so maybe you want to see you know, affiliated contacts. So you got those two affiliated contacts there, Matt and Abby Foster. You can see the bookkeeper and the owner. Okay, who's the owner? Oh, there's Matt Foster. So it is going to have some summary information. Might not have everything there for you. You can see individual relationships. You should see Abby Foster, YFC staff connection, Abby Foster. We'll go back. You can see donations. So if you wanted to, you know, parse in and look at the individualized donations here, as you can see, some of our amounts are blank, but the ones that aren't, obviously this is just a test organization. But so you'll be able to see all those right now. And let's just say, for instance, you're meeting with the Fostering Foundation and they want to give you a pledge. Wow, that's awesome. You can see there's different donation types that pop up right there. So you want to do a YFC grant. We're going to call it for Wheels Shop. So I'm a gearhead and I like that. What type of grant is it? It's you know, these are pre-programmed fields that we have. Stage is let's say grant submitted. You know, all those same fields that you're going to see in Salesforce, you're also going to see right on this page. So I'll do new donation. What a grant. So same thing, right? Due date grant, grant submitted, grant notes. You know, we can set up the designations here, sub-designations, and all of that right in this. So let's just say it's a $5,000 grant. We'll hit save. I also want to show you how quick it syncs back to Salesforce. And of course, in demos, things never go exactly the way you want. So review errors. Oh, I gotta put a close date in. Sorry, that's my bad. So we are saving this record. It's an internet connection. It might go a little slow, like it is for me today. Let's go back to Fostering Foundation. If we go there, for Wheel Shop. So that's the one that we just created, right? So grant submitted, $5,000. I mean, that quick, that easy. You're seeing it here, you're seeing it here. So really, really a nice application to be able to see data, add data. You know, there's going to be different icons down on the bottom here. You can hit the little double blue button, say you want to create a new organization, new task, new file. You can do a lot of different things right within here. You want to log a call. This is a very best practice, good best practice for donor development appointments. Log a call. You can actually dictate as well into Salesforce if you have an iPhone. I believe you can do it on Android as well. You can see a little microphone logo there, so I'll go ahead and dictate. Had great meeting with Joe Foundation. Asked that I call back in 2 weeks. I will create a follow-up event. Actually, that would be a follow-up task. So go ahead and hit save. And then right from there, we just want to create a new task as well. Follow up with Joe. Give it a due date next week. I'll pop that in and save. And if I go back to our normal screen share here, browser, we'll be able to see that. See, follow up with Joe, had a great meeting with Joe Foundation. Oh, what was that about? Oh, asked that I call back in 2 weeks, create a follow-up task. That's great. So really easy ways to get over that hump of just using Salesforce as a transactional database into a relational database. So this is really, really important. Really encourage, especially people that are doing fundraising, to get used to the Salesforce1 mobile app. You know, there's a little bit of a learning curve, just like anything, but it's really going to make you a valuable resource when you're out in the field and you're talking to folks about, you know, maybe following up on different opportunities or looking up information. You know, I really would encourage anyone, don't ever go on another donor appointment or talk to another donor without knowing exactly where they stand. You know, if you pulled up Fostering Foundation and you scroll down to the bottom, you're meeting with them, you could see that, wow, on 2/19 was their last gift, and they gave, you know, $1,560. You know, have that information on hand. Don't have to call your bookkeeper. Don't have to call your data processor. Pull that up while you're in the parking lot before you go in, and thanks so much for your gift. So you're going to be able to see all that information right here on the fly. A lot of salespeople we coach and teach is just when you get back in your car after that appointment or after that cup of coffee, sit down, take a few notes, you know, log a call, you know, do what you need to do to make yourself effective, to be able to follow up. So I do want to show that, you know, all that does come back. So if I go back to my today, it'll show the recent items I went to, but if I go to my task list now, see that follow up with Joe is there now. So, there we go. I follow up with Joe in the wheel shop. And I'm going through this demo pretty quickly. We'll probably have a little bit more customization on how to use the Salesforce1 app, but this is just a really good 10,000 foot view on what you can do and how you can be you know, kind of dangerous here with the Salesforce1 app. Feel free to just poke around and play. We can customize, you know, a decent amount of elements on here, but really a great way to be able to see the data that you need to make those decisions to be the best fundraiser possible and the best thanker for those that support your organization. Hopefully this helps. Thanks.